This is the group which has been inspired by Mesopotamia. We decided to showcase different products such as the headwear, which includes the veil and the hair wig. The other one is the jewelry, which is actually inspired by Mesopotamia. Uh, and then the headwear includes the golden leaves, which will be worn over the head. The hair wig consists of different braids because Mesopotamia consisted of different braids, which were actually different styles of braid. The emphasis of gold here is most because the gold was the main, most important thing in Mesopotamia. The jewelry which we have done is used by the beads, is done by the beads, and because beading was also
Beaded
important.
jewelry were often used in, and we have also used geometric pattern and colorful jewelry.
The accessories we have made are nature inspired because people in Mesopotamia used to wear nature inspired accessories and jewelry, and this is the headgear, which is in nature inspired and has golden leaves because golden color and nature inspired jewelry were most important in Mesopotamia.
Hello, we are here representing the 17th century Baroque period in which we have displayed the different products that define our era. Here we have the accessories, footwear, headwear, the neckpiece and the passes. So we one by one will be explaining you what the entire product is about and how does it resemble our era. Mine is the footwear. Here we have the footwear. It has the pointed toes with the foliage motifs all over. So, and the use of brocade cloth was very common during the era. So we have used the brocade cloth over the shoe. Now we'll go to over to Abhishek for his headwear.
Hello, I have made headwear. It's a hat having a big and broad hats on it and a feather on it. That's it.
I have made a piece of accessories which includes an armlet, a bracelet, a brooch, a ring, and a neck piece. This was inspired by the 17th century as pearls, silver, and gold were commonly used during the era, and it also gives a royal look which was very necessary for the woman during the 17th century. Accessories was treated as a very important part of the dressing.
I have made in mirror. In 17th century people you made in 17th century people different type of use of mirrors. Example, having mirrors, feather mirrors, and bar mirrors. Yeah.
I've made this necklace which is inspired from 17th century, and I've used stones and pearls which was mainly came in fashion in 17th century.
I have made a parasol. It's basically an umbrella that rich ladies used in 17th century for protect themselves from sun. And there was different type of parasols using. I have made it using net, white ribbon, and pearls. Good.
Good afternoon, sir. We got the topic of 16th century. Our main theme is bridal gown. So according to that, everyone picked up a particular object regarding our basically they are focusing on a theme. 16th century. 16th century was a very over the top era. They were very experimental. They wore rather very inspiring things. They wore everything. They were very big and loud. And so basically, I made a veil, bridal veil, as a veil is very important for the gown. And so this is the veil, and we have made a neck piece. We have
This is a neck piece inspired from the fan. In the 16th century, fans were carried by almost every single person. And instead of using a fan, because we have a bridal wear, so we thought we'll get inspired by the fan and use it as a neck piece. So that is what our inspiration was for the neck piece. Then we have earrings. Since the gown is a very plain white fabric and color, we're using color in the accessories that we've made. The colors, the pearls, the stones was always there in 16th, because the amount of like anything innovated by the people, they wore it. Everything was worn. It was always over the top. And then we have shoes. Again, as you see, the only baseline for our team was that it has to be over the top. So we've used a lot of fabric, ribbons, pearls, beads, lace, a lot of white, gold, blue. Like as in weddings, they say something old and something blue, something borrowed. Has to be there. Yes, and then we have gloves. In the 16th century, people, women mainly, carried leather gloves actually, because they were extremely expensive, and because of that they never wore it much. It was more carried around, and a lot of them carried perfumed gloves as well. So instead of making leather gloves, we've used that accessory and made lace gloves, which can be worn with the gown that we made. Then we have a purse. We've taken the idea of a purse from the 16th century, but we've also taken an inspiration from the bouquet that the bride holds. Hence, this purse has a lot of flowers on it, and so that even when she carries it, it's a purse and it also looks a bit of a bouquet. So that is the whole theme that we have. And with the dress, it'll be over the top. Yeah.
Good. I think very nice method.
Hi, our era is Egypt, and we have made products inspired by Egypt. First, I would like to explain my tiara. It's a tiara, and it's shaped as a vulture. And as we were in Egypt, vultures were highly used, like in the shape. It was used as an accessories. And going to the color, it is more dominant by gold and Egypt. In Egypt, gold was like the color in the total era.
Gold and black, both the colors
Gold and black.
are prominent in that time. I have made this wig. This is inspired from Egypt because at that time men and women both were used to wear wigs. Yeah. So this is and black and golden both are the prominent colors used at that time.
Hi, I have made the neck piece. This is a color is inspired by Egypt, and the broad collars are used at that time, and the colors are most prominent.
Hi, I made this curve. It is inspired by Egypt. As you see, the golden and black color is the most prominent color which is used in ancient Egypt, and this leaves pattern was most common in Egypt, and the coils were also most common in Egypt. That's why I have made this like this.
Good afternoon, sir. So we have made accessories, and all the accessories are inspired from Greece. So this is a headband, and this has been wrapped by a golden ribbon because the Greece people used to wear a lot of gold ornaments, and there was a lot of beads work that was done during that time. So bead again, I have wrapped the beads all around it, and on the top this is made by pearls, and this is resembling snake. So basically they used to wear snake accessories like snake armlet and animals, inspired from animals. So This is headband. That's it.
I've made a military-inspired capri and fabulous. The capri is inspired from Greece era because they used leather straps for the to wrap around the armor, and instead of leather straps, I used military pattern to use in the to use in modern era, and these are the straps to wrap around the knee. And fabulous are purely for decorative purpose, but they can also be used to pin the garment around the shoulders.
I've made this belt, and it's actually, I've taken this broad because that time broad belts were used, and I've taken this golden color because gold was actually very prominent during that time, and these loops I have used because geometric pattern, for this geometric pattern, and this pattern it's been inspired from military.
I made a top which is inspired by a keten. Keten was a rectangular piece of cloth which was used in that era to wrap around the body, and I've made the border with geometric patterns which was also very popular during that time. That's it.
I made this neck piece which is in copper color because copper color is mostly used in accessories at that time. I used a lot of geometrical shapes like olive leaves here and a square, a triangle, and this is like a leaf. And the black and copper color are mostly used in that era, so that's why I use copper and black more.
I have made the sandals inspired from these. They use the straps for comfort. The broad base is made for thick form and
Done, guys. Rearrange everything.
our theme is Rome, and we've chosen different accessories to go with the dress that we're going to design for it. The basic theme of the garment is off-white, gold, brown, and some multicolored stones. First, we have a brooch, basically a fibula. It was used to either decorate and hold the garment in place because the drapes were huge, and because they had to be kept in place all the time, so it became an everyday object. Next, we have these earrings, and these earrings are also in a geometric pattern, another prominent part of the Roman culture. And as you can see, the color theme is also being continued here. I'm wearing a headgear, a very typical Roman headgear. It's got the leaves circling around the head. These leaves were basically either used of olives or oaks, and because it's a modern day interpretation, so instead of using real leaves and stems to bind, we have used a metal wire wrapped in a gold ribbon and some gold paper leaves. Yeah. Next, we have a belt. The belt is also inspired by the Roman era, the Roman gladiator, because they usually wore belts of these sorts, which were leather straps, and they are decorated with gold flat studs. Yet again, the theme is being continued here. And we have a bracelet. It's in geometric pattern. The stones are colored here, and the pattern is very similar to what is going to be used on the dress.
These are boots. These resemble the ancient Roman era. I've used long laced, which were most common among the ancient Roman era, and has the use of brown color and golden color, and lots of gathers are used here. It was a common part of Roman era.
So that's it.
Thank you.
It's done?
Yes.
ma'am.